Hi again everyone, this is Michelle Deck in Branson, Missouri. We're here to accelerate your artistry this year. I hope you enjoyed the last video. We talked about finding your why, your purpose for your performing, whether it's songwriting or singing. And I'd really be curious some of the things that you discovered on that little introspective journey. So why not go ahead and put some comments below this video. Let me know what you discovered for your why. I'll be really eager to find that out. But as I promised, now we're going to get into a little bit of the nuts and bolts of songwriting. So this particular video, we're going to talk about some tools that every songwriter should have in their arsenal, some helps that will help you along the way, and start to talk about song forms. Every songwriter, I really believe, needs two very important tools. Number one, a thesaurus, Roget's or otherwise, helping you find new ways to say the same thing. That's an important thing to keep your songwriting fresh and to use new, different words. So a thesaurus will help you find words that are more filled with emotion, have more imagery, that will connect to your audience more than just the very common or trite words that you might use every day. So a thesaurus is a great tool. And a songwriter's rhyming dictionary. Rhyming dictionary in lots of different categories by number of syllables, so many different categories of how specific you want to get, whether it's just a vowel sound or a combination of sounds, finding rhymes. So that can be helpful because it's another important thing when you're talking about rhyme. We'll discuss this more later, I'm sure, but it's important to me to not sacrifice the word for the sake of a rhyme. There's lots of ways you can rhyme a phrase or something, but if that phrase is not meaningful or doesn't say what you wanted to say or doesn't take your song in the direction you wanted to go, keep working. Don't just settle for something that might sound good but is only, doesn't quite satisfy what you're after. So a rhyming dictionary is very, very helpful, but don't be a slave to a rhyme. Keep working until you find the right word. So those are some tools that I think are very important for every songwriter. Then I'm going to recommend a couple books that have been tremendously helpful to me along the way. The first one is called The Craft of Lyric Writing by Sheila Davis. You can find this on Amazon. Tremendous book about songwriting in general. I'll be touching on some things from it, but this is very in-depth and was one of the first books that was recommended to me when I was studying songwriting and studying my artistry. So The Craft of Lyric Writing by Sheila Davis. She has some other great books as well. And another book that I really enjoy, I'm still getting into and reading, Mary Dawson. Blessed to call her a personal friend. She is actually our songwriting mentor from the Dallas area, Mary Dawson. This book is called How to Get Somewhere in the Music Business from Nowhere with Nothing. It's quite a long title. Tremendous book, also available on Amazon. Mary is a phenomenal lyricist, a wonderful lady. She and her family are tremendous, and we've been so blessed. She has been an inspiration to us in many, many ways, and I've recorded several of her songs, and we appreciate her tremendously. So these two books are phenomenal. Also great tools to work for. Now we're going to talk about song forms. You may have noticed there's different ways to arrange a song. There's three primary song forms that you'll find in popular music today. The one you're probably most familiar with is the verse-chorus form. You might even call it A-B, A-B. A being the verse, B being the chorus. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus. That's the most common you're going to see. And it's very important that you find a way to make your chorus sound different. Barry Manilow said one of the most important things he had learned is to make sure your audience knows when you get to the chorus. So whether it rises in the melody or just a different chord progression, make a difference between your verses and your chorus. That's probably the most common you're going to see, and I could name many, many examples. Another song form that you will run across that may not be as familiar with is called AAA. These are just verses. There's no chorus, but there will be a hook line or a title line, either the beginning or the end of the verse section. A couple notable examples: The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. And these are songs you can look up on just about any lyric site and see an example of that lyric. It's 3 verses, And the first time ever the first verse is every time I saw your face, and that first line changes with each verse. It's a very sweet, romantic song, but it's an AAA form. There's no chorus. That's a good example. By the time I get to Phoenix is another AAA song. In this case, by the time I get to Phoenix is the first line, then by the time I get to, and so that it changes as the song progresses, as his journey progresses. It's another AAA song form you can see an example of. Another more common song form you'll probably recognize is called AABA. 2 verses, a bridge, and then a third verse. Again, no specific chorus, but your hook, your title or hook line will probably be the first or the last lines of your verse. So you have 2 verses. The bridge will change it up. It has to be different in melody, different in structure. I like to take a twist, take what you discussed in the first 2 verses, twist it a little bit, and then your last verse means even more. A notable example, Somewhere Over the Rainbow is AABA. On this same channel, my Christmas song, Labor of Christmas Love, the video is on our channel, is an AABA form. I also did, in that particular song, did an AABA and then did the B section with the lyric change slightly at the end and ended it that way. So that's an AABA form. It's important to know where you want to go with your song to be able to choose the best song form. So a good place to start is probably with your verse chorus form. That's probably the one you're most familiar with from listening to popular music. But as you develop, you find something that's just you have a hook line and just 2 or 3 different variations of that idea. You could explore trying the AAA or AABA form. So I wanted to share some thoughts, some examples that you can explore looking at lyric sites. And as you look at lyric sites, you'll start to recognize, oh, hey, this is a verse chorus, or that one doesn't have a chorus at all. Maybe it's AABA. And just start to study other the lyrical forms, other songs, and get some good ideas for yourself. So I've heard it said that you need to know what your purpose is before you're choosing your song form. Start looking that over, educate yourself with the different song forms and start experimenting yourself. That'd be very exciting. So next time we'll get into some more specifics in word choice and cadence and some other things like that I've learned along the way. But would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, what you found about your why, or some other great examples of songs you know in these different song forms, or some other tools you found. There are tremendous amounts of great songwriting resources out there. These are just a few that I have found very, very helpful. So I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Please share this video with somebody that you can think will benefit from it. And I can't wait to see what you think. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.